Good Sunday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Emily Walls with Fox 32 Chicago, and my goodness, it was a very hot day across the area. Temperatures today topped out in the 90s area-wide, but we were dealing with heat index values today as high as 100 to 105 for a lot of us, but I did see the occasional 106, 107, 108 popping up throughout the afternoon. So it was a very hot day, but we had a head start to that heat. Take a look at our daily almanac here. We woke up at 80 degrees at O'Hare. So that is a new record warm low temperature for this date. So again, we kind of had a head start to the heat today. Topped out at 94 degrees at O'Hare. Record high temperature for this date is 97. So we did not hit that. That was set back in 1988. Here's where the rest of the area stacked up. 97 degrees was the high in Gary. 94 in Chicago Heights, 95 at the Chicago Lakefront, same thing at Midway, also 95 in Aurora, 94 in LaSalle, 91 in Rensselaer, and 93 in Waukegan. So we still have our heat headlines to tell you about. For those of us in Cook County and LaPorte County, you can see highlighted in this pink magenta shading here. That is an extreme heat warning that's remaining in effect until Monday night at midnight. And all locations that you see here highlighted in orange, that's a heat advisory. Basically for the same criteria, 100 to 105 expected with those heat indices through the day tomorrow, in addition to that higher risk of heat-related illnesses being possible. So your 5-day forecast here, 97 degrees expected tomorrow. So we're actually going to be a couple of degrees hotter on Monday than what most of the area was experiencing today. But there's a little bit of a difference. So I do think that the dew point temperatures are likely going to be just slightly lower than what we had today, which means less humidity. But since we're tacking on a few extra degrees than what we had today, those heat indices, they're still going to come out in that 100 to 105 range. So again, dangerously hot conditions expected at least through the day on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we're still going to be in the 90s. The good news, though, is I think that humidity is going to be coming down a little bit, and we could potentially have some lakeside cooling going on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we might have some relief to the heat in some portions of the area. But the bottom line here, really through the rest of this week, even into next weekend, temperatures are expected to remain above average, and it's going to be a hot week for most areas. Upper 80s, low 90s most days, but again, tomorrow, that's going to be the extreme at 97 degrees for the high. Futurecast tonight and tomorrow, really no weather-related issues other than the heat. So we're not talking about any showers, any thunderstorms coming through, but I still think that lows tonight are only going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s. So for those of you that are unfortunately without AC, it's going to be another kind of rough night to get through. It's going to stay very hot and very muggy. And then through the day tomorrow, we're waking up to bright sunny conditions. That heat, that's going to come rushing back in. Upper 90s for your highs tomorrow. Heat index values up to around 105. And then we have this frontal boundary that's going to start to sag to the south. There's a very small chance that tomorrow evening we could see a stray shower or thunderstorm right along that, close to the Wisconsin border. But the chance does appear to be fairly low. I think a much better chance of showers and thunderstorms, that's going to move into the area on Tuesday, and some of those could potentially be on the stronger side of things, bringing gusty winds, so we'll have to track that very closely on Tuesday. For tonight, hot, very humid. We could potentially be looking at another record warm low temperature tonight if lows only drop to about 80 degrees. Your 7-day forecast tomorrow, very hot, very humid again. Again, triple-digit heat indices expected on Monday. Try to find some water to keep you cool the next couple of days. Beach going to be a good option. I did just check the Lake Michigan shoreline temperatures in Chicago, and we're up to 66 degrees. So water temperatures have actually been responding pretty nicely to this hot weather. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. It's just going to be very scattered in nature, but highs all week going to be very hot in the 80s and 90s. Find ways to stay cool. This weekend, we are back up to 93 on Sunday.